Hello all, and welcome back to Operation Northwind. It is turn 10 for Japan. We just have a few housekeeping items. When the Vichy went through the C zone A46, it appears both of my destroyers get a chance to fire at it and then continue on. It's a new sub rule or just a misunderstanding on my part. So I get one more of the four to see if I can take out that Free French sub. And that's an 11, so that misses. And then something that may need to be looked at in the rules, but since Russia's at war, most of our understandings now is that he cannot go through Istanbul and the Turkish Straits because he's at war. Turkey's going to deny passage. So that at least can happen, but it also makes it a little unfair to the Soviet player now if that's a rule. So we got to do some more investigating on that. So that dude may come off, and if he does, he'll save a buck. But he also, because I screwed up on the Italian turn, and then had you the redo video, he missed the redo, so he would not attack in Azerbaijan. So he would go down a dollar on the IPP chart, but he would keep a dollar for the dude he sent to Spain. So everything should be the same, but we just got to do a little bit of investigating into that because if that's the rule, and with the whole supply path thing now, the Germans would want to declare war earlier, I would think, to stop the Russians from lend-leasing. But who knows? But yeah, so now on to Japanese turn. And I got a lot of stuff I'm going to do and see what crazy stuff can happen here. But let's start with some tech. So we're going to go for large ship construction is black and jet fighters is gray. So we need an 8 or higher on both of these. And that is an 8 and a 6. So we get jet fighters, but we do not get large ship construction. So they'll both be on stage 3 now. Oops, I'm messing things up. Okay. And then our 2 diplomacy rolls are going to be Chile and Peru. So if we can get Chile, we actually get extra dollar turn then. So Chile and Peru, we need 1s or 2s. And a 3 and a 10. So my luck on that is still bad. Okay, so they're all done. That's all done. That's all done. Okay, purchases. We have 72 IPP to spend. So we are going to spend 16 to finish 2 heavy cruisers and start 2 more. We are going to spend 3 each on a light carrier with improved construction. So 2 light carriers. We are going to move up the fleet carrier and the battleship. They're each -1 for improved construction. The capital ship count right now is Japan 4 and the United States 6. So I don't have Kietapiol. He does not have Big Blue Fleet because he's got to have double what I have. So we'll add these to be placed then. Then we're going to buy a strategic bomber for 10, a fighter for 10, 2 destroyers for 12, 2 militia, a militia upgrade, and an infantry. And that should be our 72. I've done the math 16 times on the calculator to make sure I was where I needed to be. So I think that is our... we should go for our purchases then. Okay, combat moves. The sub in I-4 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to A-54. So we can convoy raid that line for 3 and this line for 1. So we can try to take another 4 from the poor British. And yeah, really make them poor because they're not poor enough as it is. Okay. The 2 heavy cruisers and destroyer in I-5 are going to go 1 to I-4, 2 to I-7, and 3 to I-12. And the transport and port in Aden is going to pick up a Marine and an infantry and go 1-2 to I-12. And they're going to do a naval landing into Ceylon. I need the major port for some other stuff, so, or the major, whatever it is there, so I need that, so we're going to do that attack. Joining them is going to be the fighter from from I-11. He's going to attack. And then we'll have 2 bombards from the 2 heavy cruisers. The strategic bomber is going to fly 1, 2, 3 to Calcutta and bomb the city. New rule, so I'm trying something out here. So we are going to bomb the city, not the factory. So he'll have a movement of 4 left with the air base. So he'll be able to get back to where he came from without a problem. Okay. The seaplane in Formosa is going to go 1-2 on the map, Maritime Air Patrol, and go after the 2 subs that I just can't seem to hit this game at all. The Marine in New South Wales is going to go to South Australia and take that. The reason for that is with the new supply path rules. By taking that, I've cut off any access in Pacific right now for Lend Leasing. I was debating going to come down here and take these 2. And that way that would cut off Lend Leasing from all directions. But at least I have some subs sitting there to interdict. Because I can't do everything. But that's why I'm taking South Australia. Because now he's got 1, 2, 3. He can only get to here. So we'll see if that works out for me. Who knows? Okay, now the fun stuff. One of the transports in P-53 is going to pick up 2 Marines and go 1-2 to Guam and take Guam. These are all walk-ins with not worth anything, so we have Guam. Okay, the rest of the fleet, which is 2 battleships, a destroyer, a TBD, and a transport, are going to pick up the other 3 Marines, and they're going to go 1, 2, 3 with the port bonus. The battleships can make it, and the destroyer with the Marine is down to a 2 but back up to a 3. So 1, 2, 3, and they're going to go up to Wake Island, and they're going to land in Wake Island. They can't be in port anymore because there's not a major port there. So they're all sitting out in P-36 in Wake Island. Whoops. Okay. The destroyer and Marine in Tokyo, he's going to pick up it. He's got range of 3, -1, +1 for the thing. So 1, 2, 3. He's going all the way up to P4 and a 2-2 and landing there. Okay. Then the fleet in P-47, which is the 2 fleet carriers, 2 fighters, 2 tactical bombers, battle cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers, and 4 destroyers, are going to pick up the 3 Marines, and with the port bonus for the destroyers, go 1, 2, 3 to P-22 and land in Midway. Okay. And that landing in Midway is setting up a possible huge battle between the U.S. and Japanese fleets. Because as you can see, I got non-combat movements happening yet to add more stuff to there, and it's going to make it a pretty interesting possible fight. So I think we have one landing and we have some raiding and bombing. So let's start with the bombing. So the bombing of the city, I've got 2 D6 and he's got a AAA gun at 3. So I do 10 damage, but he shoots me down. Okay, so let's mark the 10 damage. Not sure if that was worth it, but we have 10 damage to the city, and my strategic bomber died. Okay. Next, let's do the rating here. So, not nearly as good. I got a +2. He's got a +1. So I've only got a +1 aggregate, and he's going to have the shot at me too. So here we go. So he misses. I get a 5. He gets a 1. So it's +5 then. So I take the rest of the damage. Let me go get the dice. So I take 3 from that line and 1 from that line. So that part has been good so far. And I think I've basically taken every dollar I could from the British this turn. So 4 more damage to there. We have the seaplane over there, and then we do have the raiding with the coastal sub. So the raiding of the coastal sub is a net 0. And we can take $1 from the FEC. Okay, and I get the $1 from the FEC, and he misses. So I'm going to grab one more die there. We need a 1. We need a 1. There's a 1. Okay. $1 damage to that line. Now we got a seaplane at a 3 to try to take out one of those Dutch coastal subs. That's a 7, so both his subs survive, because that's just how this happens. And I think the last thing to do then is the battle in Ceylon. So I have 2 at 2 bombardments. And I get 1 hit. So that makes it easy. His militia dies. We get Ceylon with an infantry and a marine. Okay. So he dies. We don't need to worry about flying him back at this point now. Okay, non-combat movements. The heavy cruiser in I-11, because we have the port bonus, is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to P-43 to join the transport in Guam. And TBD in P-14 is going to come off escort duty and go 1, 2 to P-43 and join them off of Guam too. Because the transports or the subs are now submerged, the 4 transports are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to P-15 and go in port. They're going to use a strategic naval movement, I think. Their subs make me a little nervous. That's why I'm just trying to double check. I had this thought out, and then now I'm rethinking what I thought out. Now they're going to go 1, 2, 3 to P-41 and they're going to go into port in Kwangtung. It's a little dangerous. Sorry, guys. I was hoping to kill at least one sub, and I didn't, so it's making this choice a lot harder now. And you know what? Let's just leave the 4 transports where they were in the Bay of Bengal. I think they're safest there. I was hoping to get them out a little bit, but I think they need to stay there. The light cruiser in P61 is going to go 1, 2, 3 to P53 and hang out there, keeping that bonus down. The seaplane will fly back to Formosa and land. The tactical bomber is going to fly 1, 2 to Cochin, China and hang out there. I'm going to come back to that one in a second. I've got to move some other things around here. The light carrier fighter and 2 heavy cruisers and destroyer are all going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 to P22 and join the rest of that flight, rest of that fleet. The 3 infantry and artillery in Hopei are going to walk into Sunwon. The artillery and cavalry in Rihe are going to walk into western Manchuria. The fighter in Rihe is going to fly 1, 2, 3, 4 to Tokyo. The transport in port in Rihe is going to come out of port, go 1, pick up the 2 infantry in Kyushu, 2, drop them off into Hopei, and go back into port in Rihe. I'm knocking people over left and right. Okay. I believe I can do this, and if I can't, we'll fix it later. But the fighter in Burma is going to rail all the way to Rihe. That's going to leave Burma open at this point. Okay. I think that is all my non-combat movements. We did that. Okay, I think it's time to place. Okay, so we are going to place the 2 destroyers. I'm looking here again. Okay, we're going to place 2 heavy cruisers, 1 destroyer, and 2 fleet carriers in the P16. 2 regular carriers, light carriers. That's the 5 there. And then 1 will go into P15. The 1 destroyer will go into P15. The fighter will go into Tokyo. The Strategic bomber will go down into British Malay. The militia will go into Delhi. A militia will go into New South Wales. The infantry will go into Rihi. And the militia upgrade will go into Hunan. Okay. Just looking over. Okay. Because I completed the 4 islands, Guam, Wake, Midway, and Tutu or whatever it is up there, I'm going to place a fortification into Midway. And I think that is about it. Nothing I took was worth any money this turn. So yeah, so let's collect income. Let's collect income and then move on. Yeah. So we are at 56 on the IPP chart. So we have 56. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 56 to start with. Then we need to add Midway and Wake to our bonus count. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we need to add 17. Okay. So 56 and 17 is 60, 73. So one more than last turn. 73. And let's do a quick recap, quick disposition for everybody. So, technology. I got jet fighters to stage 3, but missed large ship construction. So they're both to stage 3. Diplomacy was a complete bust. I took $4 more from the British, bringing their total to 20. So 20. So they will have, if my calculation are correct, they'll have 9 to spend this turn. We took $1 damage to the Far East Command Line. We did 10 IPP damage to the city of Calcutta. There is the sub in A54, infantry in Aden, infantry and militia in Delhi. No changes in Benares, so it's 2, 4, 6 infantry, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I think four Marines and a militia. I guess we should make sure. 1, 2, 3. Yep, four Marines and a militia. Burma is empty. I-11 has 4 transports, a light carrier, and a fighter. Ceylon has a militia and an infantry. I-12 has 2 heavy cruisers, a destroyer, and a transport. Midlands, or not Midlands, jeez, wrong game. British Malay has a strategic bomber. You did shoot one down on the bombing, so all the subs are still in P50 because they couldn't be hit. down to Australia. There's a Marine in South Australia and a militia in New South Wales. There's a light cruiser in P-53. In Guam, there are 2 Marines. In P-43, there is a transport heavy cruiser and TBD. In Wake, there are 3 Marines. In P-36, there are 2 battleships, a TBD, a destroyer, and a transport. In Midway, there are 3 Marines, fortification. So then in P-22, there are a fleet carrier, 2 fleet carriers, and a light carrier with 3 fighters and 2 tactical bombers. There are 4 heavy cruisers. There are 5 destroyers and a sub and a battle cruiser. I think that's it. In P4, there is a destroyer and a marine on one marine on a 2-2. In Tokyo, there are 2 fighters. In P16, there are 2 heavy cruisers, a destroyer, 2 light carriers. In P15, there is a destroyer. In No Change in Senji and Hopei, there are 2 infantry and a militia. In Sunwon, there are 4 infantry, militia, artillery, and mountain. Rihi has a transport, import, infantry, militia, and fighter. Self-propelled artillery in Peking. 2 militia in Shantung. Infantry and militia in Hunan. Kwangtung is 9 infantry, 2 militia, 2 artillery. West Manchuria is 2 infantry, militia, cavalry, and artillery. And I think that's it. On the build queue, we have 2 heavy cruisers on stage 2, a battleship, and a fleet carrier also on stage 2. Yeah. So I think that's it. We will pass it off to the British Commonwealth for their turn. If you guys have any questions, please ask, and we will catch you all next year. Have a good one.